Hello and welcome to the Treehouse. We are back again and today we're drinking some good beer. Let's dive in.
I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst. You're very good looking, I'm not attractive.
So first of all, I want to say thank you for coming back. Scriptown Brewing is right down the street from my house. I live off of Dodge Street and they're on Farnham, and I'm just right in that Blackstone area. I kind of live between the two neighborhoods, Blackstone and Dundee. I hopped in my car, drove down the street. They were still open on Sunday. They're only doing online ordering right now. So you can check and see kind of what they have available online. Many like the other breweries you've gone to today, you can check and see what's online. You can make your order online. I would highly recommend, one of the beers we're drinking today is Dos Amigos. I'd highly recommend checking it out. You can see here, you go in the back door, you walk in, the team's there, they're great to be taken care of. It's really easy to do. Everyone's got their masks on, everyone's doing their safety precautions. Walk in, grab your beer, walk out, and you're good to go. I got a to-go container and went home, came back. You can see here, got back in the house and decided it was time to have that beer. So I had a little bit of that beer and it is delicious. And we're gonna go through and decide kind of what to rank it. We're gonna see what else is out there. A little bit about Scriptown in general, and we'll go from there. Cheers. All right, as you can see here, Scriptown Brewing. It's a local place, it's a microbrewery down the street, as I said before. They do have a pretty good selection of beers here. They got about 17 beers here on Untappd. You can check and see what they have in stock. Of course, they also have their Instagram feed. It's pretty good. They got some good stuff in there. Dos Amigos actually was tagged in there last week. And of course, you also have their Twitter feed, so check and see what's going on their Twitter feed. Great brewery, great follow. Check and see what's going on. Support your local brewery and enjoy the beers that we're having. The first one we had today was Dos Amigos Cerveza Mexican Style Lager. It's a delicious Mexican Style cerveza, awaits summer in you, clean and delicate. I'll tell you right now, I really enjoyed this beer. I got a pint of it. I drank it straight away. First of all, I love to go pints. That's the best thing ever. Keep doing that, Nebraska. Don't screw this up. I love to go pints. The one thing I do hate in this state, though, is every brewery you go to, you have to have their growler. You can't just have your own growler with the sticker on the back and take it to every different brewery. You have to have a branded one, which is just a stupid law. It's also wasteful, and who really... I don't have room for 16 growlers in my house. Dos Amigos Cerveza Mexican Style Lager. I really enjoyed it. It's really light, really easy drinking. You can see my check-in down here. The brewery checked in, they said hi as well, and they're right, it's going to sell like hotcakes. It's a good beer. I highly recommend going down and getting some if you can, so go online. I think they open back up on Wednesday. You can go and order some beer and pick it up, and I highly recommend grabbing Dos Amigos before it's gone. The one they usually have, and they had a special for Nebraska Beer Week, was Yotis, their IPA, and they had a $10 growler of Yotis, which is what the other growler I had is. So $10 for a growler, and that includes the glassware. So you can take a growler of Yotis home for $10. That's a tough one to beat. It was a good deal. It's a great beer. And as you can see here, well-instructed hop profile from its blend of Chinook, Mosaic, Amarillo. You can add hops, crisp, dry, and full of hop flavor. And it is very full of hop flavor. That first one you get definitely has that hoppy notes to it. It's really good, though. It's really easy drinking. So all in all, I definitely recommend Scriptown Brewing. I'd say the Yotis is probably my, I'd get it if it's on tap. It's a good beer. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it, so it's probably like a 3.5. Dos Amigos, I'd definitely register at a 4.0. There's a few other breweries in town doing Mexican style lagers, as well as like the Czech Pils, and I know they're different beers. But if you told me that I could get a 6-pack of Dos Amigos and a 6-pack of Cross Strains Czech Pils and a 6-pack of Little Bow, those three from Infusion, Little Bow from Infusion, those are the three I'd give a 4.0. I'd buy a 6-pack each of those. They're all fantastic. I highly recommend grabbing one if you have a chance. Part 2 comes up next. We're going to be talking a little bit of politics. It's Memorial Day weekend. Donny and the boys are out there doing dumb Donny and the boys stuff. We have other people violating rule number 1 in life, and just some fun hijinks in general. So I look forward to seeing you guys in a little bit. Take a breather, grab an extra beer. Hey. In this time of pandemic, I often think, man, I'd go for a coffee. I think to myself, man, I'd go for something to drink. Sometimes those both happen at the same time, roughly 6 a.m. But now, PBR has come around to be our friend. The wonderful makers of Pabst Blue Ribbon have made us Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee. only can you tell it doesn't look like beer, it looks like chocolate milk. You could drink it at the table, you can drink it in public, no one even knows. That is so sweet and so good. PBR coffee. The way America drinks. Welcome back to part number 2, where I get a refill and we start going at it. Second refill. Third refill. Jesus Christ, this whole thing's just a dumpster fire. Ugh. And here we go. Old Donny and the boys are out there. He's firing back after Joe Biden attacks him for golfing during the pandemic. And if you may remember, or maybe you have a short memory and you need help remembering, Donald Trump attacked President Obama several times for golfing during the Ebola outbreak. However, people golf and they get outside. So, Donny and the boys are out there golfing, and there is nothing worse to me than a hypocrite. If you want to say that President Obama golfed too much, and he did golf a lot, facts be facts, as you can see down here, they lay out how much he actually golfed here on the CNN article of how much Obama golfed and how much Trump has golfed, and I'll link to that here in the article. Trump has obviously golfed more. But again, there's nothing worse than a hypocrite. And Donny and the boys and all their backers and the Trumpers and the MAGAs and the CAGAs and all the people that want to back Donald Trump and the QAnons and all the crazy people of the world are out there saying, oh, it's not a big deal, he works so hard, he does all this. But when President Obama did it, he was lazy and a bad president. Let's just be honest about it, okay? There is nothing I hate more than a hypocrite, and that's hypocritical as hell. You are the leader of the free world, after all. Don't let Donald Trump fool you. He is the leader of the free world, and golfing all the time isn't a good look. So as you can see here, Trump has spent more time in golf clubs, and not just any golf clubs, it's on his resort, which is probably the most offensive shit I've got. It's not only that you're golfing after you said golfing's bad and you're a hypocritical trash monster, you're also golfing at your resorts. So you're spending all this taxpayer money to go to your own resort. So that money that we give the federal government goes back to Donald Trump and all the people around it, and all the visitors come in to visit, and all the economy of his resort booms. Never mind the fact that people plan their weddings that they hope President Trump's coming down, or they know a weekend that President Trump's coming down. The resort can charge more for the wedding. There's a whole logistical nightmare around it. There you go. So how did he spend his weekend? Well, old Donny's out there floating conspiracy theories and murder topics, doing anything except talking about the fact that he's golfing more than any other president. Now, I love there's a website, trumpgolfcount.com. Donald Trump's account is 251, a total taxpayer payout of about $134 million. Daytime visits to golf club since inauguration, with evidence playing golf in at least 119 visits. Our last recorded outing was May 24th. The thing that makes this challenging, in case you're curious why it doesn't say exactly how many it is, he goes to his resorts all the time because apparently it's not classy enough to stay in the White House, whatever. But he goes to his own resorts all the time, and they don't know if he's golfing or not because they won't confirm it. And they also won't confirm it when they have photos of him actually golfing. The White House says he wasn't golfing. So there you go. That's the thing. The people are costing, we're paying our presidents, the last one, the one now, the one before that, to golf an awful lot. And statistically, companies that have CEOs or leaders that golf more do worse. So let's not buy country club memberships to our presidents. Maybe we should tell them, cut the golf, get in the goddamn office. In the middle of a pandemic with over 1 million people infected and 100,000 dead, great time to get in the office, Donny. Great time. And with that being said, I will leave you all alone to enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. As everyone goes back to work tomorrow or today or whatever day you're watching this. As you go back to work, remember, never violate rule number 1. And the best beer you have is the beer you're drinking. Cheers, enjoy, have a good rest of your day.
I've got a plan.
Oh God, this isn't going well at all.